Okay, so my name is Alex. My Twitch name is Harpoon Cannon, and I am submitting Snowboard Kids 2 any percent to this marathon. It's the longest category of the three categories that are mainly run for this game, and it also shows the most of the game. So I am going to just jump into it, and let's begin. Okay. So the reason that we have to pick Linda is because she is the fastest controllable character. Tommy is faster, but his turning is awful. And that's why we have to pick Linda, because there's a lot of turns and shortcuts that we have to get up that just make it so much easier. Alright, so throughout this entire race and the first few races, I'm going to be farming a lot of gold. So you're going to hear a lot of good. But we need at least 9,000 on this stage, because if we don't get 9,000, then you won't have enough gold to buy the next board as fast as you would be able to purchase it. Alright, so for that... Oh... Nice, okay. So I didn't have to worry about trying to avoid that item, because I jumped right on to the lift as it was approaching, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, now we're about to go to lap 2. So the best blue item for you to keep... Oh... Good. So the best blue item for you to keep is going to be the invisible board that's right there, because it helps you to completely avoid getting panned. Pan RNG is the worst, and it is what usually ends up killing runs. There's not much that you can do about it, but when you go through the blue boxes, if you keep this, and you also memorize the positioning of all of the blue items, like I have, because speedrunning, then it's not too bad. You can get it down to a little bit of a science when the computers are going to use items on you, and you can be better prepared to react in that manner. Whoa, okay. Alright, so after just 2 laps, I'm already at 8,400, so that's more than enough gold right now for me to be able to be safe past the first stage. Okay, so the only reason that I am doing any money farming right now, when I don't really have to, is just on the off chance that I end up getting my money stolen from me later on in the run. Because if you have a buffer of money, then you don't have to worry so much about doing all the extra tricks. It's just peace of mind. So they have passed a few blue items. I'm not really sure why I haven't gotten panned yet. But since the computers don't deviate from a specific path unless you make them go off of it, i.e. shooting them with an item and making them have to jump back on and get to top speed again, then they will always go through the same items. There were a few people actually for a while that were tasking this game and figured out several interesting things. Okay. And I will also explain those and talk about those throughout this run when they come up. Okay, so this is the shoot cross. We swap the board to the board that we are going to use for the entirety of the run now, because the turning and shooting is really difficult to do with the balance board. Good, okay, so I'll explain what I did there in just a moment. You may have seen on the controller camera. But right now, I do have to have a little bit of focus, so I'm not going to talk too much until this is all said and done. Oh, that was awesome. Okay. Alright. Good. Okay. So the reason that I had to tap the control stick really fast like that is because if you do that at the beginning and you also choose to get the rocket boost, then it lines Linda up almost perfectly with the mailbox and you won't miss. Okay. Ooh, slow down just a teeny bit there, that's fine. Oh my goodness, we're just grinding on the wall now. Alright. Good, okay, we did it. Not bad, I didn't really lose much time. Alright, so like I said before, perfect shoot cross and Sunny Mountain leaves me with 3,150 gold. So now if anything bad ends up happening, like I don't farm enough gold in this course, then I have 3,000 to fall back on.
Ready? Go!
Okay. So, the trick game is just that. It's the trick game. We need 600 points here, ideally, if you follow the gold farming exactly the way that it is. Like, you don't overfarm on any course. Then yeah, it's 600 points. But it's very easy to go over that, and I can show you that in a little bit. Good. Awesome. Alright. So I'm already at 325. And that puts me at 621. There you go. Let's go for 650. That's a good, well-rounded number. Awesome. We get to continue. See, look at that 0.1 second time save. Alright, so we have 50 points over what we would normally get, and your points multiplied by 50 is the amount of gold that you end up getting at the end of that game. Okay, so now we would typically need 12,000 to be safe. But I would be completely fine farming, again, only 9,000 on this course because I had 3,000 extra on Sunny Mountain. Making sure that I'm being careful here, because I don't want to eat too much item punish. Oh my goodness. Okay, so the only reason that I fell there was because I thought that I was going to be going up a small little incline to the left there, and I was going to end up trying to do more tricks to farm the gold easier. But that's fine, we're still in first. Okay. So yet again, we're already at 5,000, and typically you would only need 4,000 right now to stay on par, if you will, with the amount of gold that you need to farm for the other 2 laps. Still keeping the invis item. It's kind of nice that I haven't had to use it yet. Alright, and Nancy is off the lift. Okay, so right about now is when I have a chance to get panned, because now Nancy has passed that blue item. Yeah, she's passed it now. So since she's in 4th place, I have to be sure that I'm being careful here so that I don't get punished. That's what we were trying to do on lap 1. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I wasn't sure if that ghost was gonna make me fall or not. I was terrified just now. But yeah, the ghosts, they just slow you down. So it's just an unfortunate piece of RNG to eat. They last for about like 11 seconds, I believe. You don't lose collectively 11 seconds, but that's how long the ghost lasts before it just disappears. The only way to completely avoid having the ghosts on you is to use the charm board, which is a special board, which is not allowed in any percent because you wouldn't have it at that point regardless. Alright, so we're on lap 3 now, and not too many bad things have happened. I cannot complain about this run so far. I've stayed top speed almost the entire time. I've only been ghosted a couple of times, so we'll keep it going. Good. Okay. So to be honest, I wasn't expecting to get that pan because Nancy was not far enough down the course. Or so it appeared. So you still have to be wary of that. And we are already almost at 12,000. We did it. Nope. 11.9. There, we did it. So even right now, 12,800, so that technically means that I farmed 15,000. I'm not really sure if I'm even going to need to do tricks on the next stage, but I'm still going to get a couple thousand just to make sure. And we're 2 seconds ahead. Awesome. Alright, so this is the 3rd stage, and it is the last stage that is not a boss fight in Phase 1. I separate this run into 3 different phases because before the first boss, it is sort of a cakewalk, other than RNG being a thing. Phase 2 is when the AIs get a little bit smarter, and they have a bit of a better chance to shoot items at you or reflect items backwards at you. Phase 3 is when the computers are rather merciless, and will do anything that they can to make you lose time in your speedrun. Okay, so they're past that blue item. Did they get a bad item? Ooh, let's see, I don't know. Okay, I'm gonna have to just watch it for right now. That's, if they haven't used anything by now, then typically that just means that they got a bad item, like a rock, or they got a speed item. Which, that's fine, I don't care if they speed up, I just want to continue to go at the same speed that I'm going. There it was, okay. So they had passed another cluster of items. That one was the blue box that was just before the jump. And lap 1's done. One, two, and three. Okay, good. So all three of them hadn't gotten to the lift yet. So I'm gonna be kind of home free for a good 15 seconds while no CPU has access to any item that could ruin my day. Because that's the first blue item. Wings. Wings again. Okay, so now is probably a good time to explain how obtaining the items even works. When you go through an item box, it's actually predetermined what you're going to get the second that you hit it. So no matter what happens, the next time that I go through an item, it is guaranteed to be whatever item is inside of that box. When we went into the emulator and checked a lot of values, we found out, also while making save states and going to each and every different blue box, that there wasn't really any item manipulation that we could see at this moment in time. I'm sure that we'll be able to maybe find some kind of huge breakthrough as far as that's concerned, but when you go through a box, it is what it is. You can't change it. The pool of items is much larger when you're in first place. But when you're in third and fourth, the pool of items gets much smaller for the good items, like the invisible board and the pan and the rocket and other speed items. You can still get all of those items in first place, it's just a much lower chance. So it's sort of like Mario Kart, but not really. Alright. So I will always go towards where the blue items are, on the off chance that they use an item on me, and then I can ninja into that box really, really quickly. It's always worth it to go through the blue items, because several times when I've been doing runs, I've gone through an item on accident, and then it was wings, or another item that's just not very useful. But then, the second that I go through the next item, when I didn't think that it was worth it, it was an invisible. So it's always good to go through them. Never ever skip them. Whoa, that rabbit was definitely wanting me to trip. You can trip on those rabbits, and it has happened in good runs. And it's always hilarious. Good. That one was Wendy's. Huh, okay. Sure, 10,000's a nice number. And split. Wow, would you look at that? Okay. So I just got a gold split. Well, nothing bad really happened, so I can understand that. This is the part of the run that I'm going to be a little bit quieter, because I have to focus. Oh my goodness. Whoops, one more time. So that was worst case scenario. Okay. Cool. Let's wait for him to get past the jump. Okay. So even with me having to retry because he started shooting the items a little bit earlier than I'm used to, I was still able to save a little bit of time because that boss is just so bully. Alright, so we have the third board, and now we're going to go to the last minigame. And now we're going to go into the last minigame. Oh my goodness, please. That is funny. Alright. Okay, so now that we have the fastest board, we don't have to farm gold anymore, so all the rest of the tricks that I do is nothing but swag. Right, so you have to jump a teeny tiny bit earlier so that you can get this rocket. Good. Jumping at the top of that ramp, and then mashing A will get you directly in there. Awesome. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Okay, so I missed the speed item because of bad turning. That's fine. Do not press B right now. I'm not even really sure why the devs decided it was a good idea to put all of those items on the course that are just absolute poppycock. But, there you go. We are still in single-digit gains and losses, so this run, to be honest, is still in wonderful shape. Even though I had to talk to an NPC on accident twice, and then wait for him to continue walking before I got into the speed cross minigame. Either way, phase 1's finished now.
Ready? Go!
And the wonderful thing is, I still have not gotten panned a single time. So one thing to note is that on expert mode, there are no coins on the courses. That's why it's not that big of a deal if I don't do tricks. Because you can just glide through the coins that are usually right before the items. And, hey, there you go. Then you'll be good. Okay, that was bad. I was trying to continue down that slope. Now I have to jump a couple of times before I get back to top speed. Those can and definitely will come out of the sky and hit you like a pan. So many different times that has happened in my runs when they're on amazing pace, because it never happens when you're on awful pace, right? And I just lose time for no real reason. Alright, so I'm not going to do any tricks on these because I want to make sure that I'm ready to press B. Make sure that I am ready to press B, question mark. Alright, looks like they didn't want to use any items on me. That's great. I like that. And they stole my money. Never mind, I take it back. They're all horrible children. Wonderful thing is, yet again, them stealing all of your money does not matter anymore because you're not required to farm anything else past the level 3 trick board. Ooh, okay, so again, they were getting right off of the lift, so I was not preparing myself to be pressing D there. So they snuck one in on me, but I'll get the next one. fun little game that I like to play with myself is, would I have had to eat that pan regardless? And that's when I end up going through, there we go, that's when I end up going through this first invis, and then I go through a blue box to see if they were going to duplicate it or not. Then it's like, oh, alright, I didn't get the same item. Well, guess I was just destined to eat that pan. But when I do get a duplicate invis, it just makes me sad, because if I had been a little bit better, I could have avoided that pan and the next one that happened. Okay. Alright. We're good. Lap 2's done. Oh. I do have to count that pan. So now you've seen my RNG counter in the upper right corner of the overlay. It's just how I can really make sure how much time I am losing and how much leeway I have in pure RNG for my future runs. Now there's 2 pans. Okay, so they're all on the lift now. RNG says, oh, a fan. Okay, I'll totally accept that. That almost nullifies the first pan. Okay, yeah, so I would have eaten that pan. It's okay. Oh my goodness. Nice. Okay, so I thought that if I went to the left that I would just be able to get that item, but apparently I was wrong. That's okay though, we're still in first place. Alright, so instead of going left this time, we're going to go right, because there's a blue item box here, and it's the last one that we can get nice in this stage. So everything else that we are going to get hit by is basically just punish for not having good blue boxes. You can still get really nice runs, but it gets to a point after a little while that you really got to rely on gameplay and RNG. Okay, so we're on the home stretch. Where's my pedal to split? And we're still only 4.3 in the red. Alright, so this is the main, not the main character, well, the character that I'm maining. This is her castle. This is Linda's castle. And... oh my goodness, I missed the rocket boost. That's always fun. Okay, so I'm gonna try really hard to get farther in the first place now. Good. Are you gonna be bombs? Darn. I was really hoping they would be bombs. Bombs are the only item that you can fire backwards in this game. And it can really help you widen the gap. Okay. So up here, there are going to be a bunch of sheep that are going out of the stable. The stable? Is it a stable? I've never really looked and paid too much attention, to be honest. It's a stable. Okay. And some go really slow, but some go really fast. So you just have to kind of watch for that so that you don't literally trip and fall on a sheep. That was a wonderful turn. So the reason why I did that turn like that was because there was a blue item right at the end, and I already had the Invis chambered in my inventory, so I didn't want to hit it and override it. Okay, lap 1's finished. Okay, so you can kind of see right there, the forward front flip sort of propels you forward in a sense that you're sort of gaining a little bit of momentum when you do the trick. So it helps to be able to do that if you're ghosted and you really, really want to get over a gap, because sometimes when you're ghosted, there's nothing that you can do. You just have to just eat that time loss. Okay, whoop, they stole my money again, that's fine. Okay, I'm actually... You know, I don't mean to toot my horn right now, but I am actually playing rather well. So I'm going to... See, that's what happens when you start tooting your own horn and saying that you play really well. You get squeamish and start freaking out about the RNG rat that's going to come out of the sky, and you reflex B when you think it's a pan instead. But it doesn't matter, you know why? Because we just got amazing RNG, and we got the most important item in the game. And we also took this corner like a boss. So we get to just keep on doing the run and pretend like none of that just happened. That sounds like a great plan. They stole it again! I mean, I didn't really have much to take. But alright. Alright. Alright, so they should... Okay, yeah, she just got on the lift. So I'm not worried about her using any items. Okay, they're all up. Let's continue. Okay, so I could still get ghosted or panned here, which would be very unfortunate, but I didn't. Good, we did it. There it was. Okay. So there are 3 more blue boxes on this course that I can go through. This one, the one at the end of this little hallway, and the one that's just before the last jump. And all 3 of those turns were wonderful. I'm very proud of myself for getting those so good. Usually, if you end up doing it wrong, you'll just bonk on the side of the wall, and you'll slow down. Okay, and we saved almost 7 seconds. That's awesome. And we're still only at 3 pans. This is a pretty good run. Again, that is always subject to change, because RNG will be nice to you and then just shatter your hopes and dreams.
Ready? Go!
First one is a rock. We're going to lay that rock in this item. Nancy will trip on that rock. And now we get to go on with our lives. It almost sickens me how well that I know this game. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I literally could not see where that item was. Oh, wow. Okay, now that we are finished for the moment getting Mario Karted, let's continue. Okay, never mind. Ooh, okay, so I'm actually kind of glad that I ended up getting hit there with that hand earlier. Because if I hadn't, then I would have been going fast enough to be able to... Okay, to be able to get panned off of the grind pole, and that is one of the worst things to ever happen. Alright, I think we got him. Okay, so typically it is not normal for the CPUs to be this close to me, but it's not an issue, because we are still in first. That and the other CPUs will ruin their chances of doing much unless they have an invis in their inventory, because they will effectively slow down the other players that aren't me if I press B on time. Uh-oh. Okay, never mind. It curved around the corner. Or rather, I curved around the corner so it didn't home onto me. So that's kind of lucky. Getting a lot of ghosts right now, but that's typical at this point. This is the last stage in Phase 2 of the run. Oh my goodness. When the CPUs start getting a little bit smarter. Good. So those grind poles, all that you have to do is just glide directly onto them. You can jump onto them if you think that you are not going to be able to make the clean connection. But sometimes, if you glide right onto the grind pole, it will just basically tell you no. Just chalk it up to the game programming, I suppose, but it'll just push you to the left or the right and then make you have to go around the long way, which is very unfortunate. So taking those poles at a bit of an angle is usually a bit more ideal, so that you can avoid that heartache. Alright, let's get fast again. So yet again, I'm going to be susceptible to getting panned for a little while here. Nope, that was a ghost. What is the next one that they're going through? Nice. Okay, so they went through the other one, but again got bad items, so I will not complain about that. Okay. Ooh, wow, the double ghost. So that's unfortunate, but now I know that I'm not going to get panned off of these rails because 2 CPUs got ghosts through those blue items. Still being careful here, because I stay skeptical when the items aren't getting used. Alright, we're at the finish line, so I'll just use that here and split. 6.6. Alright, this is the second boss of 3 in this game. The only thing that we need to do is beat him to the finish line.
Ready? Go!
We did it. Okay. So if you shoot all 3 of those bombs backwards at him like that, then if you get all of the speed items, even if you accidentally fall off of a grind pole, or not fall off, it's impossible to fall off of them, but if you miss a grind pole, you can still hurry up and jump a few times, get back to top speed, and win first, because the dinosaur is so slow on normal mode. Expert mode, he goes just as fast as a board with a rocket strapped to it, so you really have to keep him at bay if you are doing expert mode races. Nice! I can't believe that connected. That was a little bit of a shaky lineup, but that's cool, I got it. Okay, so I saved a half a second. And now that that's done, we are going to continue to phase 3. These last 3 courses are very difficult to do fast. So we are just going to jump right in. Let's begin.
Ready? Go!
So this is one of the faster courses to get through because of all the zippers that are on the ground. But there are also several different gaps and different things that can make the run not good. Like this gap here. If you get ghosted and you don't wait out that ghost, it is nearly impossible to get across that jump. Aww, she doesn't want to have fun. Okay. Okay, so truthfully, I was trying to shoot her with that snowman so that she would fall down the gap, but I kept missing. Oh, that's fine too. Darn, I missed them both. It's okay though. Now, I went straight past that zipper. Good. Because if you take that one that's in that little area that you're supposed to be turning, you will not be able to turn around it without bonking. So it's better to just skip it, because you'll lose all of your speed. I do like this lift. Whoops. Pressing pause in the middle of a speed run. That's what we do. Okay. I suppose that my brain was still in, like, I'm gonna say cutscene skipping mode. Ah, there's a pan. Okay. I'll totally take that pan right now and not when I go over the lift. Please be nice, game. Yes! Okay, we're fine. So that was the 6th pan. That's still not that bad. The answer is yes. Those asteroids can hit you out of the sky. And it isn't fun. Whoops, let's jump over that rock. Okay. Good. Okay. Count that one, so that's 7.
Final lap.
Oh no, they took my money again. Okay, that's unfortunate, because I couldn't go through the first blue item, but it would have been a rock. They're on the lift now, so I should be home free to get past this first gap. Whoops, you were saying? Okay. Oh, okay. Let's see if we can do this then. Because this will not run out before I get to this jump. We did it. Okay. It ran out just before I was landing, so that was a teeny tiny bit favorable for me because my speed picked up immediately after it. Look at all these rocks that I'm laying. So that's another pan, but at any rate, my speed picked up immediately after the ghost dropped off, of course. So I didn't have to worry too much about if I was going to get panned down the gap or not. Or rather, if I was going to get ghosted down the gap. And timer says plus 13. I'll take it. Nothing really that bad happened except for the RNG making me gain 7 seconds. Or excuse me, making me lose 7 seconds. Okay, so Haunted House has a couple of different shortcuts that you have to go through as well. I'll explain those when I get to them.
Ready? Go!
So this is the first, so we have grind poles again that we have to go over. Rocks are stacking, that's kind of lame. Because I am very susceptible to item punish now. Oh, good. Okay, so that was nice rotation. That pumpkin will keep on going from left to right, shooting icebergs. That's another one of those things that, yet again, will just make you have an awful day. Alright, so coming up here is the shortcut. And it's at an incline, so normally you need a good amount of speed to get up it, and we did it. We only have to do that 2 more times. You can still make it up if you end up accidentally running into one of the ghosts that's down there. It's just a lot more difficult. Really? Oh my goodness, did you see that? That was awesome. Okay, so I didn't end up having to jump and bonk into the wall to avoid the item. And I also got panned the second that I got on the lift, so it didn't count. And we got the wings. The only time that the wings are useful are if you are ghosted and you cannot make it over a gap, no matter how hard you think that you will be able to try at it. Alright, that's 9. Typically, I like to have single-digit pans and runs that I am able to finish, but beggars can't be choosers. Oh my, that's a great item. And which way is he shooting? Let's jump. It didn't matter because my money got stolen. Okay. Again? They really know when I'm about to need to go through these blue items. Alright, number 2. Uh-oh. Never mind, we're fine. Okay. Oh. Haven't seen one of those in a little while. Okay. Good. Oh my gosh, that was, did you see that? I was terrified just now. Okay, so since I have an invis, I'm actually gonna try to go for a strat. If I miss it, then it's okay, but I want to see if I can show it off. Nope, couldn't do it. Okay, so what I was trying to do there was jump all the way across the gap. Mainly because I waited for too long. But if you have an invis that you want to keep, oh my goodness. If you have an invis that you want to keep, then that's the only way that you can do it. Normally, I would only do that if the run is really, really bad. Just to kind of see if I can keep the item and try to recover it just to save that time. But if the run is really, really good, and we're talking if it's in the green... Oh my, I had to dodge that. Okay. If it's in the green at Haunted House, I would never go for a stunt like that. Okay. Cool, we got a fan. And now I think we'll need it. Uh-oh. This is totally fine. Okay, we're fine. Alright, so we're gonna burn that at the end, just on the off chance that they use a last second pan. And we are 20 seconds in the red. Funny thing is, I feel like that could have maybe saved maybe a couple of seconds if I hadn't tried to go for that strat, but it's okay. Alright, so this is the last stage in the game, and it is definitely one of the most annoying stages in the game. Because this is where the CPUs are by far the smartest. They will reflect almost every item that you shoot at them. So I might be a little bit quieter on this stage. But if anything interesting happens that I should definitely comment on, then I will do that. There we go. I was waiting for him to try to go through that item. Good. Nice. Good. And that was Damien's pan. Okay, so there's this blue box and one more that's up ahead. That is wonderful. Okay. Cool. Alright, there's lap 1. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Never mind. Okay. I was thinking that I might be able to just kind of ride that out with it's sort of just, like, barely missing me, but I didn't want to take the chance. Is that an iceberg? Good. Okay, so I didn't bother doing a jump trick there because I was too close to the shortcut. So what I did was literally planned. I knew that the momentum of getting hit by the hand would push me up the ramp. So I just continued up the ramp. There's a lot of little tricks and backup strats, if you will, that can still help you get the job done. It is very... oh my! It is very risky to go for that blue box because it's a grind pole. And if you get panned down it, then that's awful. But it was worth it. Okay, I went to the left last time, but I'm going to go to the right now because I still have this item. Oh, man. Okay. Alright, so I was just making sure that I wasn't going to get shot with another tornado there. And it looks like we're fine. So we just hit 10 pans. Oh my goodness. Please do not hit the wall. Okay. Gonna be really careful. Okay, so he's got a rocket now, which is a wonderful item to get in first place. Nice! Okay, so he tripped on a rock that I have no idea how it got there. I actually don't even know if that was one of my rocks just like out of impulse or reflexing B or anything, but I'll take it. That's a small victory for me. Ooh, that however is not. But Damien is also slowed. He's the one that's the most problematic, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Uh-oh, okay. Okay, so this time around, I am gonna go to the left. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Okay. Oh my goodness, they really just did not want me to go through that last item box. Okay, hey, I saved 6 seconds, cool. Alright, so this run officially has 10 pans in it, so we barely got into double digits. But I still saved 6 seconds, I like that. So this boss is incredibly difficult. I will explain after it's finally finished. Nice, I got 4. Alright. That is the reason I saved the invis until right there. Oh no, that's not good. But let's see if I can catch him. Oh yep, I'm gonna be able to catch it. Because he ended up stopping there. So you're not gonna see me finish this. But there it is. So, if you trip there, you can still chase him down. This run was still sub 59, which is a wonderful time for a no reset run in the situation that I was in. So, 10 pans and a gold split. Let's actually... I'm very intrigued with this. Okay, so we're gonna pull this down a bit. So it was in the red, I got -2 on Turtle Island, I gold split Jingletown, which after 646 runs, it still blows my mind that I'm still able to do it a little bit faster with a little bit of luck. But either way, typically if things go well, you can finish this game in less than an hour. If hilarious things happen, then I would say an hour and 5 minutes. But that's only if you get exceptionally unlucky. That's with having boards not do what you want them to do, getting Rat Magicianed on the earlier courses, and forcing yourself to have to do courses slower. There shouldn't be any reason that you are not able to at least get a time that's about an hour or just over. But either way, that's Snowboard Kids 2 any percent story mode. Thank you very much for watching, and I appreciate your time. Have a wonderful evening. I love you. All right,